show that I've been waiting for all season, pretty much like everyone else. And I had my hopes set pretty high, but I was left pretty underwhelmed by the first quarterfinals. Hey guys, and welcome back to Kellie TV. There were some stars of the night, and we'll get to that in just a little bit, but the first few acts were just kind of mad for me. So we started out with Sean and Luke. There's two cute guys, high energy. They're really good at what they do, which is tap dancing. But honestly, for me, it is just not a Vegas act. It's not something that I would pay to see. And that's the key here to all these acts. Would you actually pay these people to perform? And it's a no for me with Sean and Luke. Howard says they're just not memorable. He said that before, and I agree with him. But the other judges did like it. I've got to give mad props to Valia and Bobby because what they do is just beyond me. I mean, the strength that that guy has to hold up, I think it's his wife, and she's doing all these crazy tricks, is just crazy. And then she had the bike trick today, so I seriously do not know how they do this. I thought they were good. I thought they were better than they had been. They're not my total favorite, but they were good. They're consistent, and, you know, I'm cool with that. So the judges loved them as well, and you know, their act was like super dangerous, obvi. Julia Goodwin I have been a huge fan of from the very beginning, but tonight I feel like was her worst performance so far, and basically I think it was because of the song choice. The song was just not a wow me song, and it's a Goo Goo Dolls song, which I like. I do not like her rendition of it, and she was just too weak tonight, and the judges were not as impressed. They agreed with me on this. Valia Comigo, I think they're talented. They, you know, to me, they kind of do similar dances each time. Maybe that's not the case. Maybe I'm just a little bit bored with them, to be brutally honest. I do think they're talented, but for me, I guess I just wouldn't pay to see a kids group dance. And I know there's some adults in there, but I just wouldn't pay to see kids unless they were just phenomenal. And for me, they were not phenomenal, but the crowd definitely disagrees with me. The crowd thought they were amazing, and they just cheered for them like crazy. So I thought that David and Lehman were pretty good the first time around. Nothing spectacular. They're, you know, magic. They're a magic act, and they don't hold a candle to Smoothini or to Matt, in my opinion, or to Mike Super. But tonight, I felt like they totally bombed. First of all, it took them so long to get this skit off the ground. And then one of the key components of their skit, where Howie was supposed to read something on a ripped up piece of paper, he actually read the incorrect word. They had to correct him. So for me, that means that their skit has already failed. I know that there was a payoff at the end, but it took so long for them to get to that payoff that they had already completely lost me. I don't think that they will be advancing. A lot of people in Beamly, which is a free app where you can chat live with other fans who love AGT, and a lot of people in Beamly thought that they bombed. Some people liked them, of course, but a lot were let down. And the Beamly chat room is actually on the NBC website, so when you go to the NBC chat room, you are also in Beamly. So there are so many people, and tonight was an awesome chat. Like, that room was on fire. We had such a great time. So if you have not joined, that link is down below. You've got to sign up before the results show for this week, all right? So the Willis Clan, I've always thought, has super talent, and I appreciate what they do, but I think after seeing them tonight, I think Howie put it best. He said it better than I ever could, that they're a Branson act and not a Vegas act. They had a rendition of Power of Love, and I like that song. And there was nothing wrong with their performance, but it is, for me, I don't see it doing well in Vegas. I don't see it as a Vegas act. And, you know, it's just not doing it for me. They're talented, but that, you know, no, not enough for me, not enough for AGT. So Flight Crew Jump Rope I thought was really good tonight. They were in my top 5, and I'll give you my top 5 and in its entirety a little bit later on. I did not see them make any mistakes. Now, some people online said that they did see one of the guys, maybe the guy on the trampoline, make a mistake. The judges thought they were flawless. I love the song. I love the outfits. I love the neon makeup. It was a total package. It was a great show. That's what you're looking for, a good performance. Yes, they definitely got my vote. Jasmine Flowers, to me, is kind of like the other dance troupe that we saw tonight. Talented. I appreciate what they do. Their act is beautiful. Not enough for me. I'm not that into it. I wouldn't pay to see it. I do appreciate their talent. So I'm a huge fan of Emily West. I think she is unique and remarkable, and she has a memorable voice. Tonight, she left me a little bit underwhelmed. She sang a song that I actually love by Sia, which is called Chandelier, but she did a different rendition of it, and even though everyone pretty much loved it, I just did not love it. I think she's more talented than that, and I know that this rendition was tough because I'm a singer myself, but for me, I think that she could have wowed us even more. So I just think, she could have picked a different song. So let me be honest here about J.D. Anderson, Iceman. When he first was on the show, I actually said that we should get rid of him. And I take that back because tonight his performance rocked. I mean, he came out there and he made a performance. He didn't just walk on stage and like put his head through some blocks of ice. He had like a skit. He came out with the suit, which he ripped off. It was entertaining. That's what we need for Vegas. The judges loved it. I was really proud of him because I think that he has grown so much since the first couple of auditions. And you got more than one vote from me, and you're in my top 5, JD. So that was awesome. So we had our only comedian of the night, Dan Natterman, and I need to start off with a disclaimer here. I'm incredibly critical of comedians. I have only a few who I think are funny that are celebrities. I am a huge Dave Chappelle fan, so I will compare everyone to Dave Chappelle. Sorry, not sorry. Dan did not make me laugh one time, so you're not going to get my vote, Dan. I know for most people they're not that critical of comedians, but I am, so I'm going to have to pass on Dan. They saved the best for last, in my opinion. Miguel, he started off a little bit. I was kind of wondering, he sang a Beatles song, and I was kind of like, I don't know when we started, but then it started rocking out, and he has undoubtedly the best stage presence of the entire performance, at least from the first quarterfinals. And he's a star. I mean, just look at him. He has the look, he has the voice, he has the showmanship, and he was amazing. Definitely in my top 5, probably my number 1. Miguel, you rocked it out. You are going to be a big contender in this competition. So now it is time for my top 5, and this is really in no particular order, even though I've given you some hints along the way. I voted for Flight, Crew, Jump Rope, Emily West, J.D. Anderson, Vaal and Bobby, and Miguel. So I want to know who got your vote. Please put those names down below because I'm really interested to see who you are loving, and feel free to disagree with me because I'm sure you will. So thanks again for watching this episode of Kellie TV, and I will see you next time.